Well, hello. I've got something new to show you. This has been around for a little while. It's our wire holding jig. It's designed so that you can press a wire in here and it'll hold it so that it makes it easy to solder, just because it holds the wires in place, and that way it's easy to solder those pieces of wire together. But there's something else that I've been dealing with. I'm sure you have too, and it's these connectors. This is an XT30. To solder this, you have to hold the connector, and it's kind of hard to do that with your hand because it gets hot. So I've used a tool like this, spring-loaded, like that, and that way you bring the solder up here, but these things move around. It doesn't hold it very securely, and it doesn't work very well with larger connectors. So what we did was we have a new product, a connector holding jig. And it comes in two pieces. It looks like this: a base and this thing. Plugs into the base to hold it so that it'll stay on the table securely. But I'll take it apart so I can show it to you. This holds 7 different types of connectors. And it can actually hold more because I'll show you why. But this is the X230. It can hold it in a horizontal position like that, or in a vertical position like that. So you can solder either direction, and the next slot is for an XT60, which is this connector. I have wires on it, but just to show you, it can plug in here like that, or horizontal. XT90. Boom. Or horizontal. Dean's connector. This one, let's see, goes in like that, or horizontal. It depends on which connector you're working on. This slot is for a micro Dean's, which I understand is used in Europe. I don't have a micro Dean's here, but I've got this little tiny Dean's connector, and that goes in this slot. It's hard to do this with one hand, but that's horizontal. I'll turn it vertical. So this way, like that. Here we go. So as you can see, it holds all these different connectors. I've got a different kind of Dean's. This one has little ridges on it. So it'll fit in the horizontal, but it will not fit in the vertical. It's too tight. So I'll just try a different one, and it fits in here. Snaps in like that. So that's what I mean. You can fit different connectors in different places. Whatever works. It holds it nice and secure so that the connector will stay put when you're trying to solder it. Of course, it'd be working like this on the table, so it'd hold it, and that way you can bring your wire up and hold it. And if you want to, you can have your wire holder here to hold the wire, bend it around like this. You get the idea. It'll hold it in the exact spot, so you can just bring the soldering iron up and you don't have to worry about fiddling with the wires falling off while you're trying to solder. So these two tools together, they can be complementary. Anyway, here it is. We're calling it the connector jig. But wait, there's more. There's one more feature of this tool that I forgot to mention in the first segment, and that is the last slot here is for bullets. Now, how does that work? You can't put the bullet directly in the slot because the heat from the soldering iron would melt the plastic. But you can put the wire in the slot, press it in, and it holds it securely so that you can solder a bullet connector onto the wire very easily. That's what that's for. Okay?